Normally, there'd be a segment called Phil's Day Off. Do I have a lot to talk about for my day off yesterday? I do not really. Yesterday, again, was a more chill day. My wife had been working several days before, and so she opted, she's like, I'd rather just stay home and relax again. I don't blame her. She actually kind of hurt her leg at work. She was working quite a lot and, quite hard, and she hurt her leg, and she was basically kind of hobbling around the house. I felt horrible. I'm like, well, definitely I'm going out and doing everything today, then you don't have to go out or nothing. We'll just do, So, the typical stuff. I don't really have too much crazy to talk about. After I come home with everything, Kat's looking for new games to play, okay? And, she's on Game Pass on her Xbox Series S, and she's looking around, and she chose a bunch of, what do you call it, like choose your own adventure games, like story games, like Telltale games, because she had just played Life is Strange 2 Crawlers. She liked it overall, although we did laugh at the cringy parts. I watched her play it last week. Remember I told you last week she played like the whole game or whatever? So that was nice. And now she wanted to do something different. So she ended up starting that play. What was it called? After Dusk or Up to Dusk? What was it called? The one came out last year. It was the one that I actually got called out for on the podcast for making a bad joke. What the hell was it? What the hell was it? I can't remember. It was something Dawn, right? No, something Dusk. Was it After Dusk? It's the one where basically there's bunch of brothers. They're idiots. They get into a bunch of trouble with a big hostage situation, and there's a bad corrupted sheriff, and then one of them's on the run. I can't remember exactly the name of it. Something Dusk. Is it As Dusk Falls? Thank you, Hobo X. That's what it is. Falls. So she incidentally started playing it yesterday. Lo and behold, I get asked about my playthrough of it today on the podcast, which is like crazy that the coincidence that she plays the game yesterday and now I get asked about it. Like, whoa, right? Anyway, that being said, she played it and she got maybe like halfway through it, and I watched her play it together, and she was like, oh my god, the first half of the game is decent, because that's the first half of the game is the whole hostage situation and everything. And then she got to the second half of the game and hated it. I'm like, I'm not surprised. I felt exactly the same way. Like, the whole first half of this game is... And then once you get to the second half, when the hostage situation is over, and you're talking about the kid being on the run and everything, basically the whole thing falls apart. It's not very good, in my opinion. I don't think I've seen a game that got that good, and then all of a sudden, the quality just plummeted for the rest of the game. The quality just plummeted for the rest of the game when it came to the writing. So anyway, she played that yesterday, and, basically... didn't really like it. I'm not surprised. She liked the first half, hated the rest. Outside of that, nothing too special to talk about. What did we even have for dinner? I think we had teriyaki, some chicken teriyaki we ordered from somewhere for dinner. Big deal, right? That was it. That was the day. Nothing too much to write home about. Nothing to really go crazy about or talk about. And essentially, I was like, man, I got to try to get to sleep early because I got this podcast tomorrow. Did I fall asleep early? No, I did not. Absolutely not. I fell asleep the normal time. I got, way less sleep than usual. Normally, I basically got up over full 2 hours earlier than I usually do. I had to pump my body with coffee in order to do this show. I really did. I had to pump my body with coffee in order to do it and stay awake and everything. But, so, yeah, that was my day off yesterday. Nothing big, no big deal. I don't think anyone's super, no one's going to go crazy. What an exciting day, right? So game news-wise,